what's up? How's everybody doing? We got Stephanie in the house. Here we go. Today I got all one with me.
Hello.
Say your hellos.
What's up?
Mama Donna. Here we go. Hello, Mama Donna. It's good to see ya. And hello, Stephanie. It's good to see you too. Thank you for subscribing. And Ziggy, thank you for subscribing. Oh my gosh, we're already starting off on a good note. Hello, Ziggy. It's good to see ya. Hello, Maria. It's good to see you too. Oh, hello. I got all one over here, you know.
Hello.
You want to tell us a little about yourself, Bruce?
Yes. Hello, my name is Bruce. I'm from the island and I rap and I write lots of tracks. I like to record, that's the facts. The way that I do it, I make a lot of music and I like to write poems as well. And I put them on a typewriter and then sometimes sell. It's a really nice time. It's a good way to express myself and express and meet other people as well. I hope that it helps. So it's nice to meet you. And I'm pleased to greet you.
Nice to meet you, Bruce. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Tuesdays with Lori. Hey, thank you, Ziggy, for putting the link in the chat. Anybody who's on Twitch, Ziggy just posted. Oh, we have a command for you already.
All right.
Which means that if you put exclamation point all one, you got all the links over there. So go check them out.
Thanks.
So tell me, like, I brought him here today because he just came out with an album.
I did. It's called
Yes.
Emotionauts.
Emotionauts.
Yeah, it's 12 tracks with a producer that I befriended and became mutual fans of named Conscious Robot. And yeah, it's a pretty emotional album. It kind of has a big old span of things.
Yeah.
And yeah. Oh, yeah, the LA and All One collab sounds great. Or it will sound great.
Oh, hell yeah. What's up, Brian? How you doing? Hello, Brian. It's good to see ya. My pedal isn't working, but it's okay. Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to have all one start off the set with a song from, take a look at my T-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
From the Emotionauts album.
Those are
And if you
for
guys
sale.
want to rock one of these T-shirts, you should just ask him so that you can look as cool as I do right now. Because I only look cool because I'm wearing this shirt.
It's true. Before she was wearing it. Not good. Not very cool.
He's been sound designing all day. Well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. What song you got for us?
I'm going to play the single that I just released, Thought Balloon Aeronaut.
Awesome.
It's the first track of the album, and I also just put out a music video. So, yeah, I went through some hard times, and this is representing that.
Oh, thank you for hosting, Ziggy.
Thought balloon aeronaut, daydreams, nightmares that haunt. Dare to jot his scary thoughts. The abyss is where I stare a lot. With tears I'm often blinking back. It's winking back as I'm shrinking fast, sinking sad. Ashamedly traded in my thinking cap for a drinking glass. Linking that, I traded in my reading lamp for a streaming plan. Being bland, binging to stay up to date with water cooler talk. Blood-eyed keeping up to pace with all the coolest thoughts. Anachronistic paperbacks he carries with him, sending letters, griping about screens. Ignoring life when you read is any better. Look, I don't know what's going on. I've been obsessed about what's going wrong. In his 30s and he's going strong. Oh my God, nope he's not, won't be gone. Moping lost between a hard place and a lonely rock. Growing moss only cause it's rolling stop. I casually made a bucket list for clarity's sake. Haven't hit half of the aims, basket / charity case. Happiness fades, all that it takes is others' undertones of anger. But I anxiously shake as the angst comes in waves. I don't need the undertow to get carried away. If I don't have a great day, I tend to fancy my grave. Frantically channeling the fact that I don't have to equate my meaning with completing tasks that we rapidly chase. Oh dear diary, rewiring. I fear what's inside of me. It's weird when I try to breathe. Thought balloon aeronaut, wool gathering careless thoughts. Terror plots that tear apart his ever odd errant heart. Every epiphanic breath of fresh oxygen gas distractedly prompts the collapse of the art house of cards made of glass. I opted to stack and squat in the flat. Tried building, but I squandered the chance. Judgment juggled scowls and rocks that I cast. Scatterbrain progress is trapped in shattered strain. Horrible drafts. Adderall one. ADHD saw priorities mapped. And my God, did it laugh me off at the path. I'm an etch-a-sketch genius with Parkinson's hands. Against the grain, my magnum opus was carved in the sand. The tide rose, washing it flat. Depressed to see my work ethic starting to flag. The stars are at half-mast since my confidence passed. Lost cause I marched to my heart and not with the band. Mid-30s, unstable, feel I'm hardly a man. Imposter, he's playing 3-card Monty with masks. Feeling fraudulent, it's harder to ask the cost of art from my fans. Picasso's napkin get tossed in the trash. I've no part in the larger market's demands. I cut my ties to spare those involved in the cast. Forgot my lines, got stage fright, it's all been an act. Kicking and screaming, but my smile is the song and the dance. Oh dear diary, I need rewiring. I need rewiring. I fear what's inside of me. And it's weird when I try to breathe. And oh, I've tried. Thought balloon aeronaut, wool gathering careless thoughts. Terror plots that tear apart. A Scheherazade who bears it all. Thanks very much. So yeah.
Yeah, let's give it up for Bruce.
Thank you so much.
Woo.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. I wanted to give some shout outs over here. We have thank you, Ziggy, for hosting. Again, thank you for that resub. Thank you, Stephanie, for that sub. Thank you, Conscious Robot. What's up?
Hey, Steph.
Shout out to Conscious Robot
Conscious
for
Robot.
following. Thank you. And thank you for hosting on behalf of Kat McDowell, for Gail, Maddie Wongi. Oh my gosh. Yo, this is like, I was about to say lit because I don't even use that word.
No.
See, that's how you know I'm like hyper, because I start seeing words I don't use. Oh, Chris Crayus, thank you to my cousin for liking this. And what's up, Fred? And what's up, Joe? Nice to meet you. What do you say? C sharp major, aka D flat major, is dope. It is. I like that. I like that key. But of course. Oh my goodness. Is Fred okay? He's at the hospital? Oh, thank you for watching on behalf of him, but is he all right? Fred, speedy recovery. Hey, from all of us to you. All right. We'll rock out for you. This one's for Fred, okay? This set's for Fred. All right. I'm going to play some stuff for ya. Let's see what we got. What we'll have.
Thank you, Brian.
Let's do some guitar, shall we? Jeez. Yo, my guitar has been going in and out of tune a lot this season. It's all good.
Oh boy.
Sorry, I think my tuner's screwed up.
Dances with the nurse. That is the sweetest thing.
Oh, that's very nice.
That's a good nurse.
All right. Well, this one isn't 6/8 for any of my music nerds. So if you're gonna be dancing, this is probably the one that you could dance along to. I moved the camera a bit so that we both look kind of like evenly centered, because your girl already has a big head. right, this one's for Fred. On behalf of all of us, so that we can keep you company. This is called Good Company. I need some good company to come pick me up off my knees, to open my eyes and keep me alive before I die and sleep. I need some rest from the day I want to forget my own name and lay by your side. Keep me alive. I don't need no solutions, 'cause baby I'm trying. I'm burning through my excuses. It's useless, but I do this, so won't you stand by me? 'Cause I need some good company to come pick me up off my knees, to open my eyes and keep me alive before I die and sleep. I need some rest from the day I want to forget my own name and lay by your side. Keep me alive. Hey, call out to me now and help me to speak. My walls need to break down. There's no crown to save now. I need some relief. Yeah, I need some good company to come pick me up off my knees, to open my eyes and keep me alive before I die and sleep. I need some rest from the day I want to forget my own name and lay by your side. Keep me alive. Oh, no, I need some good company to come pick me up off my knees, to open my eyes, keep me alive before I die and sleep. I need some rest from today. I want to forget my own name and lay by your side. Keep me alive. I wanna lay by your side. You keep me alive. Thanks. That's called Good Company. That's my song.
You made that song? I don't know that song. Damn.
Oh,
It's a great song.
Thanks, Bruce.
I thought it was like an old blues standard or something.
Hey, really? You don't know that? Wait.
I don't know that song. I've never heard you play it.
Oh my God. That's
Wow.
Thank you.
Some friend I am.
No. I mean, that's probably like that. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Very good.
Yeah. So that song is called Good Company. I haven't recorded that one yet because it sounds very different than all the other stuff that I have.
There's no rules.
Yeah, exactly. See, talking about Bruce over here is I love what he does because no rules. No rules. No, like, it doesn't matter what the standard structure of anything is. You just do whatever the heck, serves the song. Like, there's no formula for the perfect child.
No.
So same thing, right? You just gotta honor the song. But yeah, for that one, I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. I think I'm avoiding, like, I feel like sometimes I don't know if you ever fall into this, but like, because that song is like such a bluesy like folk song, and it's very different than what I have.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I feel myself like resisting writing in a style, and I know that you've written in a lot of different like styles.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you've even experiment. Like, have you done trap?
Yeah.
Like messing around, right? Like,
Yeah, there's a song that I put out a couple years ago for like a contest, and it's basically like my interpretation of a trap song.
Yeah. So like, you've dabbled in all the different like genres and stuff.
Yeah, there's something to learn and get out of everything,
And especially with this album, Emotionauts, right here. Like, this, it's so unique sounding, and one, it's like super introspective, very. It's the fall. I think it's appropriate that it came out right now because this is the time where you have those long like pensive drives, and you're trying to like, the holidays are coming soon, and you're kind of like, New Year's is coming soon, and that's when you start like contemplating about everything. And Conscious Robot, if you're in there, yo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that dude's a genius.
Conscious Robot.
Yeah.
Can you give us another one?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. I don't know. I was trying to figure out like if I should jump around the album or if I should just like go through it.
Whatever you're feeling.
I don't know.
I agree with Brian. He said Sennheiser. He's like shouting out Sennheiser.
Yeah,
He's like,
they're great. They're so good.
And he's like, hey, we're using the mics. You should hook us up.
That's true. Please, Sennheiser, if you're out there.
If
you're listening. Big. This song's called Lani Ikea. It was actually the first song that I released for the album during quarantine because I wanted this album to come out. It's funny you said it's a fall album because I think that's true. But initially I wanted it to come out like June of 2020, and quarantine happened, and that just kind of held up a bunch of things. And I think it's better that it came out when it did. But yeah, I got antsy, and I had a bunch of songs on deck, and so Conscious Robot and I were like, let's just put out something. So this was the first song we put out. It's the second song on the record. Lani Ikea is a Hawaiian term for immense heavens. And this song is kind of about, very brief, it's about like what's called the cosmic perspective, and finding some comfort in realizing that like the universe is in us and we are in it. And like that might make you feel small, but it's also kind of comforting to know that we're all part of this big, crazy, grand design and connected in that way.
Densely packaged atoms bursting, intensely blasted, vast dispersing, swerving debris, astral vapor, swirling dervish to breeding cosmic antechambers, churning quantum matter, turning atomic data into sinuous Byzantine minute strips, a momentous Mobius pattern with fathomless, infinite, unfathomable labyrinths, collaborating and copulating, complicated collabio spaces, chronicled chaos, origami menageries, Lani Ikea unfolding fractally. Teasing out vibrant synced inventions from a chronoquilt life-stitch string dimension. Flip perception to conceptualize this. An hourglass is every grain slide in an impossibly giant time sieve. So on inside them. Hall of mirrors gallery. Kaleidoscope realities. Enacting omnidirectional gravities. Amalgamating rituals. Cyclical, transdimensional, metaphysical visuals. Continuum summating the marriage's nuptials. Enriching, expanding, constructing, stippling. Star chart canopy. Noir veratums. Drop clock staggering, stark art galaxies with pockmarked singularities. Cosmic insight into nova. See the source of central order. Find Find the space and its construction. Unwrap time in tangled order. Sublimate to resurrection. Infiltrate the shared projection. Iterated worlds unfolding. Decompressed to inner knowing. Limitless dancing, an intrinsically tacit, Brobdingnagian vastness you cannot simply imagine. Twinkling fragments, twisting and thrashing enigmas are fashioned with brilliant aspects on a dizzying grand obsidian canvas. Dizzying grand obsidian canvas. Four forces formulate to fornicate and form a matrix, a complex mosaic of atomic information. Correlating a correlated flourish in space, a brushstroke of genius in a Boltzmann brain, a cosmic display of caustic displacement, Each microparticle, a part of the molded, macro and startling clone. If it makes you feel small, you should know as above, so below. Every part of your code is a part of the whole. Great Wall of Sloan, the large the zones of the stars and the holes. We can follow them home to the marvelous globe we are calling our own. To molecules flowing through hearts and our bones. Palindrome kismet, the start is the finish. You feel that it's true, the thought is intrinsic. Introspectrum in a telescope's image, zooming out into a microscope's vision. Cog in a clockwork, intricacesium infinite. We're an anagram of all that this is, a conscious personification of existence. Connection in its strongest, subtlest form. Height of consciousness in a central storm. We're awareness, we're encased in flesh. A diadem adorn a mind above earthly complex, prefixed to a lost word, ascribed to inner knowing beyond language. We're in a fundamental holographic structure. Thank you.
Yeah, let's give it up for All One. Check it out. Right. Oh, yes, I did this correctly.
Thank you.
See what I'm pointing to?
Yeah.
The All One. So you can go follow him on
Thank you.
All One Voice, right? That's the handle.
Yeah, my handle on everything is all one voice spelled out.
All One Voice, right there.
Right
Right.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend Marie Polaris wrote half of that with me, and she sings so incredibly. And I'm always trying to figure out like how to do an approximation of that. I almost did a pitch shifting thing with my vocal mic, but I didn't.
Cool.
Well, I
Yeah, I didn't know what to do. So
I could have done this.
Oh my gosh, Ziggy,
I
we
could've-
figured out
yeah.
he brought all of his effects. I'm also gonna bring the light a little closer to you. If that's
sure,
okay.
yeah.
Oh damn. What in the? See, last minute, like right as the stream started, I decided to move. Like we had sound check and we had all of this stuff already set up, ready to go, of course. And then I was like, I gotta get Bruce a little closer. So now I moved. I don't know if that made a difference. I used lyrics from this as conversation starters.
That's
that
so
were
cool, Steph.
Oh, I love that.
I invented a lot of words for this song. Literally.
Speaking of invention, we'll have to do that later, y'all.
Oh yeah.
Meow makes his mouth like a crazy later. Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh. So, it's been a crazy couple weeks. I know I haven't been able to be consistent with the stream, so I'm really thankful that all of you are here today. We've been like doing in real life like shows. I've been having to save my voice and like making sure that everything's okay. But yeah, I'm excited and everything seems like it's going pretty well. And I'm almost scared because I feel like something's about to like be like, guess what?
Things are allowed to be good.
You need to suffer again. But you know what? Bruce is so good about it because, like, I'll always text him and my friend Covey and, like, my other friends when, you know, we're having these moments. And for all of you out there who have a hard time, like, enjoying things because we feel guilty for enjoying it, let's just enjoy life, y'all. Where am I going with this?
Please. This
Yeah.
isn't an interlude. It's the one you get.
Yes. Speaking of, we only got one life. And so I'm going to play this song about me fighting for my life, even though I had to end it. Okay, the reverb's going to be up on this because my sustain pedal is not happening. So this is, this time. Hello. Where did we go wrong? You take a hit, I flip the switch, and now you're giving in. You turn and looked away. You hit a wall, I'll take the fault. There's nothing I could say. Never meant to give you up. I never thought I'd get this far. Everything I know is now on the ground. Every night you stayed awake, thinking about my mistakes. I'd build you up and break you down. I'm giving up now. I'm letting you down again. And I can't win this fight, but I won't stay behind this time. I never knew what to say. I thought that I was keeping you safe, but it did no good. All you did was to be kind, and I couldn't stop my lying every time. Oh, I'm giving up now. I'm letting you down again. And I can't win this fight, but I won't stay behind this time. Seasons come and go, and we have to say a goodbye. I know you'll be alright. I'm giving up now. I'm letting you down again. I can't win this fight, but I won't stay behind this time. Thanks, y'all.
Whose song is that? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there's a lot of reverb.
A lot.
A lot.
love that
Y'all, actually,
What's up?
you have one already lined up?
Yeah, I could do one.
Okay. I was gonna ask if is there a beat that you have that we can do a meow mix with?
Sure, yeah,
Okay.
totally.
All right. So, y'all, it's time for a little bit of. It's 9:33, which means. Oh God. Oh my gosh, Ziggy. You know, I really need to look at that song 'cause I have to remember how it goes. It's been a month or it's been a couple months, but I will take a look at that song with Raina. I'm so mad that I missed getting to meet her. She was in New York City and I'd already taken a gig. It was insane. Yeah. But soon enough. But Bruce has got a bunch of cool stuff.
Thanks for advocating for me to rap during Meow Mix, Ziggy.
Yeah. Here we go. Hold up. Wait. Where?
Do we need like prompts first?
Yes. All right. I got my meow mix. Y'all, throw. You know how this goes. Throw in the words in the chat, and I'll just we'll wait for some words.
Interact. This is like some old Game Boy game. Feels like. I love that.
It is right.
That's really fun.
It's
It's like a. Oh my god. How is it possible? It feels like an inside joke at this point. Somehow, everyone, 90% of the suggestions of freestyles it shows, someone says potato chips.
really.
It's a really random thing, but
Oh my
it's
gosh.
very consistent.
Maria, you must be on the same wavelength as
I think people
Everybody-
are just hungry.
yeah.
And
Every
chips
time
are
we do meow
popular.
mix, it's always food.
Right?
In October, okay. Ziggy's got October. We got potato chips. What else we got, y'all?
Mm.
Oh, also shout out to Billy Conahan. What's up? He liked the
Yeah.
stream. Hi,
Oh,
Billy.
snap. What's up, Billy?
Billy. We're gonna be performing in Astoria. Thank you.
Very good.
Okay. Potato chips.
October.
Oh, it's in there. Oh, thank you, Ziggy.
Oh.
In
It's
October.
in there.
We got who else we got in the chat? You got some words for us.
Stephanie, what's up? Say a word.
Would you like a word from us? Brian, you're always coming up with something
Yeah.
interesting.
Brian's gonna
Um,
say some like obscure music equipment.
you got the
Yeah, I don't know.
play it and then
I'm not sure.
we'll
Yeah,
back
yeah.
up.
I picked like a relatively a longish one so that there's time now. This is called Ghosted.
telekinesis, he said.
Oh, nice.
All right, here we go. Meow Mix featuring
Yeah.
All One.
Yes.
Potato chips, October, and telekinesis.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Yes. Welcome to October. I'd love to dress up and maybe have you over. I'm talking Lani Ikea, and maybe we could go up into the stardust, and maybe we could find what is up with all of the love and figure out exactly what we wanted to munch. Because I saw potato chips, let me get away with them. Open up the bag with my telekinesis. I need this. Telekinesis is the name of the song. That's exactly what I need while I take it along. I steal stuff without using the touch. I use my mind just to grab it out the space. Like what? Like dust? It's amazing the way that I could crunch the chips. I eat a bunch of chips and then I up and dip. I go out and maybe ask for snacks. I say trick or treat and then they say, yo, what's up with that? I said just drop it in the bag. I'm needing the salt, I'm needing potatoes, I'm needing them fried. This ain't an assault. I break in the vault, I'm asking, I'm saying that it isn't my fault. I want the salt and the vinegar, yeah, a little quicker as I run away with it. I drink a little liquor, then I get exquisitely nuts. I lose my mind, I need my mind, cause I need that to please rewind the dial on my favorite song I need to hear. I use the telekinesis to bring it here.
I need to mess up and then take it there. I say that I'm okay, but maybe I am not aware. Oh, hey there, hey Hazel, how's it going? I'm like, okay bro, what is up? Hey yo, hey. And like, it's 10. I need to change the beat. This beat is basically making me freak. Kinda like, is making me freak, like what? I should have let Lorianne get in on it. It's been a while since I freestyled.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh,
Yo.
dinner date.
Dinner date? Oh, I like that. Okay. Let's see.
Donald cough in a second. I'll be eating Pringles in a stack. Only got cash on my debit card. Real life talk. All that. Nice brand.
Dinner date. Did we do that one yet?
No.
I'm going out. I'm seeing it now. It's somebody I met online. I'm afraid to see your face, 'cause I could be all over the place, but I think we'll be just fine. His profile told me he was 5'9", and I'm sure he'll give me a grand old time. How many times did I use that rhyme? I swear it'll be a grand old time. Hope it's not too late to have that dinner date. Hope it's not too late to have the dinner date. Hope it's not too late to have that dinner date. Oh no. I'd like to eat some beets, some salad, oh it's a treat, 'cause I never eat anything that's normal. I want it with a side of strawberries. And he's like, maybe we'll go to the diner, 'cause they got breakfast for 2 for 24 hours. How about I'll take you? We'll got pancakes and home fries and sausage I don't like. It's the best place in town. I'll show it to you now. I'll show it to you now. Tell me how that date went, Bruce.
I went on this dinner date, met the girl on a Twitter page, checked out her Insta page. I was hoping it'd be pretty great. We went and explored the cityscape, and I said, hey girl, I feel like you're kinda ghastly, like you came out of a seance. So I wrote her a love note in the back of the menu with a couple of crayons. They were orange, they were red, they were brown, they were tan, and it felt like autumn. So then we walked out and we kicked all the leaves around like all them. That's the ones that we kicked. And I'm like, oh, I fall in love with this chick. It's pretty cool. I like the way that she ordered beets and something normal. I'm sure she eats normal food all the time. I'm really attracted to the prospect of that. It's kind of weird, I can see her eyes sparkle. I got an armful of things. Dinner date, dinner date, dinner date, dinner date, dinner date, dinner date.
Oh,
It's
our
a
dinner
with-
date with Bruce. It turned out to be true. It turned out that the person behind the screen, it was you. As our dinner date with Bruce, it turned out to be you. Oh, what a dream come.
True.
Oh.
Yeah, it's true. We stayed out all night, wandering around until we got hungry again. So I said, hey, you're the most loveliest friend. Would you like to go out and maybe eat pancakes, head to IHOP, or maybe I'd drop a couple of bucks and we could share some waffles with a bunch of fruits on top. We saw the kiwis, we liked the bananas, and we even put some strawberries on top of that too. It was pretty delicious. I ordered a coffee because I was tired, because we were walking around my crew. People, they was teasing me, asking me, is this really what I wanted or something? That's happened so speedily. I'm saying, really, I'm ready. I'm thinking this is the best, but at first, let me eat the brekkie. Let me have that. Let me eat it all up. I'm gonna hang with y'all, cause this is great. This is great. It went from breakfast to a dinner date. It is okay. It is
Dinner
okay.
date right now with Ribukiao. What up, man? How you doing?
Hey,
Ribukiao in the house.
hey. Dinner date right now. Dinner date right now. Let's turn this into a breakfast somehow. Somehow.
Get your breakfast, love.
We be
with
dinner dating.
The breakfast.
She's so
Club.
hot when I ordered that sizzling bacon.
Yes. Oh, there we go. Is that bacon, Stephanie?
Yeah.
Oh,
Who knew there was a bacon emoji?
Oh, sorry. Wait, I didn't give you your first name. I used it for the rhyme. I'm so sorry.
My government.
It's because it rhymes. I could just use Rebook with Bruce. You're Duke. Let's call it a truce.
Oh.
Oh. Hey, Bruce Duce. Why don't we,
What's
you
that?
know what? I've been so fortunate to be a part of this album.
It's true.
It's really exciting. And I remember early on in the quarantine, or like some maybe it was halfway through quarantine. He's like, "Oh, can you come over and record some vocals?" I was so excited to do something musical. Not
Yeah.
gonna lie, I was really terrified to be going out and about, but I was like, "Screw this! I've been locked in my house. Like, I need to do music." But yes, so let's do one together. Which one?
Yeah. Oh. Well, I just assumed that you wanted to do the one that you actually sang on, but but there's a couple of songs that
I
I've.
figure we could do heart
Con-
sinking too. or
Oh yeah,
whatever.
we could totally do that.
Yeah.
All right, let's do heart sinking then. This is the second single that I released. It's a song called Heart Sinking. It's a remix of a song I put out in 2016 called Zoned Out, revisiting a similar topic.
Hold up. Let me just address a couple things.
Sure, yeah.
Let's see. Yes. Oh, I guess Rabuk, everybody knows your first name. But side note, yes, I remember that Kuya song. I got to look back at that one too. Yes. Ziggy. No, our heart goes to you. And I know it was years ago, but just like that we were talking about in the song, we always have those that we love and those that we wish we got to know in our hearts. And it's October 11th. Oh my gosh. Wow. So it's like, it was this month. So, you know what? There's a song I'm going to ask Bruce to play afterwards, but we'll dedicate that one to your brother. Let's do, what were we going to do? Heart sinking.
So my friend Sam Raya is the one who originally sang on this, and I thought she did a great job. And now Lorianne is doing a great job. So this is, sometimes you struggle with the people that you love, and you don't know how to tell them, and then it just gets away from you. And, but you can't own people. That's not how it works, Love doesn't have possession. Are you strung along, or does a longing have you highly strung? Let's underline some stuff, so focused on the you inside of us. Meanwhile they're crushed, lying under the underlying crush. Plus dismissal you're tired of, troubled by the sum's lopsidedness. I realize it's tough, but unrequited love just might be love. Revising what you've defined, defiantly blinded by your bias, miser lust. Do you not feel liked enough? Does nothing feel like enough? See, of course it undermines your fun, looking to even score when you can't tie them up. Exercise your trust, so possessive, so expected, selfish, feeling so neglected, codependent, owed in friendships, over bereft of self-love, goes connecting and over desperate, coping methods to go to tension, folk connecting, study Osho's lessons, be your own investment. When alone at home, don't be lonely instead, grow to feel at home, alone in your own head. That Beyonce line burns, never met a heart made like hers. Indecision, name my curse, she takes flight first, the space-time hurts, the late nights blur, zoned out, I hate my words and it tastes like
Every
dirt.
dog has its day while I'm feeling fenced in, strapped by the follow, cause we're electric. And the dog house, let's walk together, I'll fetch it by your door, wagging like a swaying tail of friendship. Every dog has its day, drop the ball of bench, please. Drop a line strong along, roped in by the bestie.
Red Rover, get over it. Got a bone to pick, dig and conceal, please throw me it. I know some tricks, I only wish you show me how to heal. Are you tiptoeing around your needs, astounded by your alchemy, crowding the boundaries like, girl, you can count on me. Glowing outwardly out to please, glowering down deep, about to scream. Gold heart sinking profoundly when they confoundingly choose a partner who push them harder. Didn't linger with limbo, lingo, arteries and skittish. Didn't mix as signals, charmer, simply mingled, proved as use and wants. No cowardly pussyfooting through a yard of eggshells. Arbitrary, stupid mantras like, don't assume you'll harm her. Inconsiderate, pseudo-honorable refusal to truly bond. Absence makes a heart grow fonder. Distance makes a heart grow armor. Soon she's moving on. You misconstrue as karma. Occam's razor, uncomplicated, dominates with warmth. I'll obey ya, I'll obey a beta, unimportant. Martyr favor, I'll be patient, I'll wait, supportive. Solemn nature, force grins, I'll behave, won't forfeit. I'm the favorite, I'm so sure this truth won't be ignored. And she'll get through this phase inevitably. The mirage is tempting, a collage of envy left me all but empty. You'll get the signals, recall the synchronicity. We'll be single soon and call, I sing so desperately.
Every dog has its day while I'm feeling fenced in. Drop by the cause we're electric. In the doghouse, let's walk together. I'll fetch it. Drop a line strung along. Oh my gosh. Every dog has its day, but the ball of fetch, please. Drop a line strung along, roped in by the best lead.
Red Rover, get over it. Got a bone to pick, dig and conceal, please throw me it. I know some tricks,
I only wish you show me how to heal.
Are you on the sidelines, following the guidelines? Mr. Right type, white knight, try to be the nice guy. Finish last on a bench though, fight to win the eye prize. Punch drunk, back against ropes, write romantic bylines. You bylines and a message set through fence posts. And so what the hell's a friend zone? Oh, affection won't cut it, you're cleverly grooming them from the get-go. Won't settle for less than something more. Grab the net, stack the deck, presto. Chased away what you were running toward. Discern between let's go and let go. Shot down by what you're gunning for. Underscore, the route to hell is made with best intention paving. The root of suffering's expectation. Hence bricklaying a climax with the waiting game you're playing. Funny nothing's looking up since your neck has been craning. To genuflect at their pedestal placement. Disingenuous pent-up complaining. Resenting displacement. Detesting a rejection that's never been plainer. Chest full of aches as you restlessly attempt to maintain a friendship that's based in a fetishized, fantasized preference you gave it. Over a decade ago, my debut tattoo claims nothing's permanent. It's hurting no more. They're struggling learning it. Fenced in, shocked by the walls put up since we're electric. In the doghouse, let's walk together. I'll fence it by a door, wagging like a swaying tale of friendship. Every dog has its day. Drop a ball, I'll fetch, please. Drop a line, strung along, roped in by the best lead. Red Rover, get over it. Got a bone to pick, dig and conceal, please throw me it. I know some tricks, I only wish you'd show me how to heal. I only wish you'd shown me how to heal.
Thank you so much.
Bruce, thank you for saving my butt with that. Oh my gosh.
Nah.
Like, thank you. Okay, Heart Singing is a dope song. Please listen to the original track, because I messed up the chorus in there, but it's such a dope track.
Thank you.
I practiced it before he got here, and like the first part of the chorus just like disappeared from my brain, and I was frantically looking through our old text messages and realized I had deleted it for our storage. But don't let that take away from how dope this song is. So go check it out on Spotify,
Yeah.
on iTunes.
Anywhere you stream music.
Yeah, anywhere you stream music.
The album's out.
Exclusive.
Exclusive. The Funk Flex Explosion.
The funk.
The Funk Flex
The
Explosion.
funk.
Brian just be going off in the chat.
Yes. Hello. Brian is going off in the chat. Is this a segment? This is the segment where we start playing with all the effects on our mixers and our loop pedals. What's up, Brian?
Hello, Brian. Brian, this is Satan.
It's exclusive, Brian. It's exclusive.
Yeah, so what happens next?
So I think we're gonna sing another song.
That sounds good to me.
You know what, Bruce?
Yes?
I'm gonna let you do another one on your own.
Oh, snap.
Like I said, he's dropping out emotion notes. It's already dropped last week, and tomorrow is the release party. So if any of y'all are in Long Island, you should totally come out.
Yeah, come on out to Industry in Huntington.
It'd be really dope.
Do you perform poetry or you even
Perform if you sing.
You can even come out. So I'd really appreciate it. I'd really appreciate.
Yeah, it'd be really great. It'd be like so great if you just like
What are we doing?
are releasing. I hope this is just so much stuff we've been penting up, and all this excitement that we have for this album. So like, just like show up, like in
Thanks.
person. All right. Let me get rid of this.
So, we're back.
And we're back.
You know what? Because Emotionauts
Yes.
brought me back to Earth with my feelings and put me back here. Bruce is trying so hard to be like, that joke did not land, unlike
Now it did.
my
Now it did. You just needed that little extra cherry on top.
I needed that. It was the self-awareness. There's a lot of really dope stuff. What do you have lined up for us next? 'Cause
I was
this-
going to do the catch. I think.
Yes!
Oh, wow. Yeah.
The catch.
So, I feel like, look, I'm a weirdo. I'm a weird guy. I've always been a weird kid.
Yo, can we get some emotes in the chat for all the weirdos in there?
Hey,
They're your weirdest
What's your,
emojis.
send us a weird emoji. I don't know. I grew up as a skateboarder, but I used to have really long curly hair. I was always like straight edge basically, and so I didn't fit into that group exactly. And the group of like all the kids doing cool things, and I wouldn't say I was an outcast, but like I just always been kind of a weirdo. I had a stint for like a long time where I did like Jackass style, not a catch yet. Ouch. That's fine. That's fine. What's the shade, yo? Anyway, so this is a song. This is a song about like the story of my just autobiography of being a weirdie and how I'm not a catch.
He's so much a catch. Get out of here.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
We're not here to promote me. We're here to promote my album.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just gonna do this. But guess what? You know what? He still does all that Jackass stuff. Like, it's hilarious. We'll be walking, and like, I don't mean it like that. Like
That's fine.
the like ability to just jump all over the place. I was
Oh, yeah.
walking with him, and then there's a tree. He's like, "Oh, a tree," and then I'm like, "Where did you go?" He went to the top. He like Spider-Man his way up there, and I look up and I see the soles of his Converses, and I'm like, "What in the?" All I see is his mustache. I'm like, "Bruce." He's like, "Yeah, what's up?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh," you're like looking out for the new world. Oh, he's like, it's a line from
No,
your
I
song.
know, Steph. I'm just teasing
Oh.
you. Never taking me seriously.
Speaking of,
It's true. Anyway, this is a song about that. I do love climbing trees. If you got a tree, I'm gonna climb it. All right. Conscious Robot made the coolest fucking beats for this album. I got no will, cut into the fondant, hurry, odd luck, not some of all one's journey. No bills, I duck, quirky, squawk absurdly, thought that he on drugs surely. No nil, never rip bongs, got drunk, huff flurries. No pills, not a cut bod, but burly. Stone bilk jock, junk jerseys, a lot more burping than burpees. No frills, far flung from the posh yacht club, prom hunk, nerdy, dirty pop punk, construct 13, curly mop up, top dodge swirlies, bookworm, never got thump, fun flirty. No deal, not fucked early, hot stuff, jaw drops, girlies, aw shucks, pearlies, flashed in the hall, flush, blush, go steal our probs, cause she was called unworthy. Road till the cops come scurry, Tony Hawk's jumps, turnies, get us hopped up for the skate spots, yearning for the fond rush. No chill, octung, conduct, shock buzz, Cersei, hold still, chatterbox, jabberjaw, had to talk squirmy. Joe's killed, class clown, caught, hush, got flung, thirsty. Gold spilled toward the top notch, cream of the crop spot, Percy. Gold filled by the small pond scum, judge hung with the tom thumb jury. Chose thrills, I'm done, firstly, jackass, mock stunt, jerky, scarred up, worse he, clone films, shot, shop, card, curb scenes, tin and shot, butt turkeys, got punched, drop punt, block sun, not unsturpy. Gold spilled, awestruck, I'm nuts, law was Murphy's. Soul guilt, not much for the god stuff, sternly. So shrill, hip hop part, mom, some dirtly. Hold ill when I'm lodged stuck in a thought mud squirming. Old hill over it blurting. Gosh, I am bald, yup, 30s, yes. Gosh, I am bald, yup, 30s. Then it goes to the next thing, thirsty. Hey, so I ask myself, what's gonna change if I ask myself? And I'm not exactly sure how to evaluate it. So I made it and I changed it. Then I broke out the change quick. asking myself, is this what I need, or is this a change to something that's basic? All that I am ain't all that I have, but all that I have is all that I have. I'm gonna catch this calling I have, but until I have, don't call me a catch. All that I have ain't all that I am, but all that I am is all that I have. I'm gonna catch this calling I have, but until I have, don't call me a catch. All that I have ain't all that I am, but all that I am is all that I have. I'm gonna catch this calling I have, but until I have, don't call me a catch. All that I have ain't all that I am, but all that I am is all that I have. I'm gonna catch this calling I have, but until I have, don't call me a catch. Oh man. Thanks.
Not a catch yet.
Perfect.
Stephanie, I need you with me so that when we all walk together,
Yes.
that like when Bruce decides to like, you know,
Just disappear. Just catch me. Catch me.
catch me, I'm falling down. Oh,
Because I keep on falling.
That's a good question. You should find out.
oh, that's it. Catch me, I'm falling down. Anybody know Empire in the Sun? Walking on a dream. How can I explain? Yeah. Catch Me. I really like that song a lot. I like Catch. I like Don't We. Constant Reminders, duh. But that's it's like it's hard to like cheer for that song because it's one of those. You know, like if you have a favorite artist or something, and like they have like those deep cut like ballad songs that only like the people that like really listen to the whole thing know about.
Yeah.
Like yeah, Constant Reminders is definitely one of those, which is great, and especially every time that you've performed it live. I think I saw you perform it live at Velvet Lounge. I don't know if that was the first time, like before quarantine hit, and I just remember it was like really. That's a good one, so I can't wait for him to do this one today too. Maria's asking for Heaven. Sure. You know, I have a breakdown in Heaven. You want to just do a little freestyle in there? I'll tell you when it comes.
Yeah. Good choice, Maria.
This one I have yet to record too. Heaven, I find it on the dance floor. When everything is going wrong, I need my song to get me high. No one ever wakes up happy in the morning when they rise. They try their best to keep it up and leave the darkness in disguise. Every standing moment, no one knows how hard you try, while everything falls apart. I hold on and stopped breathing. I've given up till they all leave me. All I've got is my music, the sound, and I feel it. It's burning in my bones. Oh, heaven, find it on the dance floor. When everything is going wrong, I need my song to get me high. Oh, heaven, I know I don't care on the dance floor. You can't leave me, you take me, 'cause it's always been me, myself, and I. Yeah, I can never wake up happy in the morning when I rise. I see the woman staring back at me and I despise her. Every standing moment, no one knows how hard I'm trying, while my whole world falls apart. I hold on and stopped breathing. I've given up till they all leave me. All I've got is my music, the sound, and I feel it. It's burning in my bones. Oh,
See, I don't have moves, but I need this ugly to get out of me. I need that to move, so I need to treat myself to this, to the you, to the tune, to that feeling that I can get when I groove. So what? I got 2 left feet. That's okay as long as these bad moods left me. And it's all good, cause I'm trying to go, I'm trying to grow, I'm trying to show myself that I can get this in this kinetic energy, and I enlist it all just to get this out of me when I just feel listless. And so as long as I listen and move to the groove, then I get this given.
Heaven, I find it on the dance floor. I want everybody. Everything is going wrong, and I need my song to get me high. Now, heaven, oh, I don't care on the dance floor. You can leave me, you take me, 'cause it's always been me, myself, and I. Come and leave me, you take me, 'cause it's always been me, myself, and I. Yeah, come and leave me, you take me, 'cause it's always been me, myself, and I. Kevin!
I love that one.
Bruce Pandolfo, that dope boy. He is a dope boy.
One day,
He's a
I'll
dope
be a
m-
dope man.
Yeah.
One day.
Bruce would be a dope man. He'd do whatever
A dopey
the
man.
Pope can.
Oh!
Blessing people with his words. Then he'll be flying. with
People
the
don't mess with
birds.
me like I am the Zohan.
Oh.
Old man.
If your last name was Whaley, your name would be Logan.
I don't know. I don't know that person.
Oh, Logan. Okay.
Oh,
Um,
damn.
Thank you, Maria.
Oh, thank you.
we
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Thanks so much.
All right. Well, I want Bruce to play a couple more of tracks from his album for y'all to listen to and for me to just also listen to.
Thanks.
Are there still more t-shirts out there to buy?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
It's definitely T-shirts.
So please talk about this t-shirt. Tell us like how much it is, where we can get it.
So they're $15. And actually, right now, I have them so that if you buy one of the shirts, you'll get a download of the album with the shirt,
What?
which, that's a pretty good deal.
What?
You're getting a whole record.
What?
And you're getting a shirt. And, if I'm mailing you stuff, I'm probably going to mail you, like, a little handwritten note and some stickers, and I try to make it, like, personal because it's an amazing thing that y'all have supported me. So, yeah, you can head to allonevoice.bandcamp.com and download the album or buy T-shirts or merch. I
You hear
also
that?
been doing typewritten lyric books for this album,
Yes.
so that's kind of a cool thing.
And on top of that too, like, well, first of all, go get yourself. It sounds like you're getting a lot of value. So if you decide to get yourself a shirt, you're also gonna get the album download and probably get some postcards with some written personalized notes, which are always great because he's got really. Hold this.
What? Oh, yeah. Double mics.
I'm unstoppable. I've got 2 microphones. From the left side, from the right side. In stereo.
Here we go.
I can't be left alone.
I can't. You can be left alone.
I can't be
Oh,
left-
but that is part of your name when we add an extra letter.
That's true.
Well, here we go. Like I was like, wait, and sometimes if Bruce is just not here, and we're not hanging out, and I didn't see him at a show for a while, but he's like, oh, I found you.
Yeah.
There he is.
I'm actually wearing that hat right now.
Oh, you're wearing that exact
It's the
hat.
exact same hat
Look at that.
from like a photo from
A to
like
B.
6 years ago.
There we go. You got a nice little personalized
Yeah.
postcard.
Don't show them for too long.
Oh yeah, that's
Who
right.
knows what I wrote on there?
Ye-
I might have wrote my bank account info.
This is true. Bruce has got a bunch of really cool songs, and he's been was it this year? Really, he started like typing
Oh yeah.
up poetry. So
It's
if you
true.
happen to be lucky enough to catch him on the street,
Huh.
he's brought his really cool typewriter and he's typing up poetry and like writes it right on the spot. And so, you know, you tell him what you're talking about, and you've gotten everything from like random. What was like the somebody gave you like kangaroo or something, right? Like
I think so. Yeah, someone asked, a kid like asked me about like, hey, do a song about Roblox and Minecraft, and I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I'll try. So I like looked it up quick online. I was like, well, I'll just put myself in the brain of a kid, and I'll like include some details from what I just learned about Roblox. And, you know, so I have conversations with people, and I make these little pocket poems. They're like little one-of-one things on a typewriter that someone gave to me, which is really fun.
oh yeah, I have another. All right, I'll show the other one in a bit. But let's
But yeah,
what's the next one you got for us?
that's a good question. I think I'll do Anodyne is Oblivion.
Yes. One of
So
my
there's
favorites.
a music video out of this that I like rather a lot by my friend AJ Formali, and he's done three videos for this album so far that are out. So yeah, this is a song. This is a dark song, and I wrote it listening to the beat, walking around my neighborhood, and then I finished it while I was on tour. I finished it in like Maine, upstate, in like a room that someone in a farmhouse that someone allowed me to like hang out in. I always look nervous in an ATM mirror. Only stage frightened in this day-to-day theater. I know I could pay my bills during holiday months. Love my family, but candidly, I don't really talk to them much. I'm horribly disorganized, sort of blinded by my starry eyes. I'm talkative but often shy. I'm always sorry, I apologize. I'm awkward and I'm thoughtful and I'm nauseously agreeable. Gregarious but happiest around people who don't need me to. Throat dry as hell, cry for help, but I'm like I yell and screaming too. Too stubborn to gulp in the water you would lead me to. I'm flaky, reminded of psoriasis, hating my own skin since I was 6. Lately I've got zip in my pockets, but shaky hands and dryer lint, draining tired pen, riddled my mole skin, zany psychoglyphs, scribbled my 2 cents. I'd invest in costly contemplation, I'd confront my fears, but my fear is confrontation. Cataloging his privilege, sabotaged by his dizziness, rabbit dog in the wilderness, chatter is Ali Finnegan, manic as Robin Williams, tragically robbed the will in his hands are not on the wheel, a wreck, panic, raws, my welling lids, spastic, he's sobbing, wilted, and catatonic, he's still in bed, camouflaging an invalid, catastrophically sinking, and mad at his loss of innocence, can't absolve what he didn't fix, threaded an island, Gilligan, gasping, God lost his gills again, settling in water, missing fins, trapped in the thought of sink or swim, family taught he is a fish, having ignored his winged gift, frantically in an Iliad, fantasy, my Achilles, when fancy himself as brilliant, frankly I am an idiot, half the time I'm oblivious, Anodyne is oblivion, pantomime is a simpleton, pantomiming his slitting wrist, drastically caught him giving in, Anodyne to his will, I guess had to dine in his gilded snacky pride has been killing him. Feel like I always look weird like a carnival mirror. I wear a mustache so my poppy feels nearer. Living in the shadow though their warmth is my sun. Love the artistry but honestly was hurt less by stunts. My passion is undeniable, reliably unreliable. My discipline is pliable and often I'll do the unadvisable. My need for a shrink is sizable, liable to indict what's undiagnosed. Lying to himself, selling some kind of bull, like that's a viable sign of growth. Emotion odd when I'm low enough, I wanna go and jump off something high. Although I'm not, when I'm broken up I feel alone and dumb and blind. My throat in knots, I choke and sob, I hope I'm hung to die. My focus not in a smoking fog, hardly holding on to life.
Woo!
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks.
I remember first listening to that. It was one of the Zoom performances that you did,
Oh yeah, I did a couple of those during quarantine. That was cool.
and it was definitely the most like it got me reflecting right away once you started performing this one, and the other part too, like musically when everything else drops and it gets really fast. It's freaking awesome. What was I? Yeah. Go check that one out. That one's also, I mean, yeah, the whole album is out.
Yeah, the whole album is streaming everywhere. That song in particular, Anodyne as Oblivion. There's a music video if you're into like music videos.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, that one's pretty neat. It came out really good. Oh, thank you so much, Steph.
Yeah, right, Steph. That one's definitely one that I repeat a lot. Like when I have that one, now the new one that I repeat a lot is "Don't We," and it's always I like blasting it like when I have the windows down
man.
in the air and I'm like driving
Yeah.
down. It's like
The instrumental for that's really good.
everything's great.
So there was like 2 songs on this, 2 or 3 songs on this album where like I requested Conscious Robot to like produce a specific thing. And Don't We was a song that I had written some time ago. It was like this concept that I wanted to do. And I was like, hey, if anyone can do this, I think you guys can figure this out. You know, like I basically wanted to take 2 halves of songs and make them like kind of like opposites. Like one of the verses is about like being in like bucolic country farmland, and the other is about like a daydream about the wonders of metropolis and about city life.
Oh my
And I was like, can you guys like interpret that? And I like gave them like specific instructions on like different structural things I needed them to do. And like pretty much in the first go, like the thing they sent me was like bang on, like perfect.
I wouldn't even know where to start
and
with
they were
that
just like,
description.
Yeah, let's do this, and then what about that? And I was like, yeah, something more industrial on the one, and then something more like organic kind of and like laid back and whatever. And then that's like, you know, I like don't have that perfectly memorized, otherwise I would perform it.
It's okay. But he's got, let me see if I can even, hold up. Let me try something here, y'all.
Oh.
I think I might be able to even show you
Oh, the video?
the video.
Oh, yeah. So we're releasing a video for that next month.
Oh, you-
So it's not out yet.
Oh!
Yeah.
I thought it was out with the album.
No, the Thought Balloon Aeronaut one came out. But,
Can you send me do you have a screenshot of it at all?
no.
Let me see. Hold on. Okay. I'll have that prepared for next time. For some reason, I thought I was already out. I'm a good friend.
You know what? It's the internet.
Yeah.
I'll play it.
Oh, yes!
I'll just play it. If I have to look over at the words, then forgive me.
Oh, my gosh.
Underneath the uninterrupted heavens, whether umber crescent or the blazing heat of sun is present, buzzes the pleasant country's resting rustic essence. Farms and steeples, amiable, charming people, barns to weave through as flocks of children dodge the villainous darning needles, kids huddling, spying weevils, scuttling shiny beetles, riding bikes down steep slopes like little evil Knievels. Quite bucolic tykes are romping, hiking, stomping, sloshing, spotted, muddy piebald garments, time to collide and bond with mild gossip. So I have opted to tread the old porch of a general store that is decked with the dog-tired sheriff with paws. The air is a tour of an era before, the hair of the man at the register surely less pepper than salt, rambling better informant, local historian, racketeer rampant, gently growls orders at ransacking grandkids, in between draws from a pipe he had crafted, sepia tone tales seeming outlandish, almanacs, atlases, puzzling charts, hand-whittled knickknacks in a musty bazaar, candy sticks, licorice, wax lips, and dustiest jars, tread through a scene of meadows and streams, settle beneath an umbrella of trees, cuddling your lug for lean, blushing, wondering what'll come to be in the sunny summer breeze, whistling, humming, giggling, buzzing, bumblebees fluttering in troublery, cattle meandering with green stabs of wheat, past bashful sheep passing tranquilly, barn tabby splashing, catching minnow in a placid creek, trampling kids laughing, interrupt the basset napping neath the shadow casting canopy amid the brush and brambles, sparrows tweet, a random beat, maybe that's a beep beep, nope, that's a beat, rattled from a traffic dream, cramped in a taxi seat, half asleep, traveling in yet another fantasy. Oh, don't we long for the days that are longer, nights that are calmer, all freckled with starbursts. Oh, don't we long for the nights that are longer, days that will conjure the fresh air and songbirds underneath the much contested skyline, whether size slice or a dime-sized lunar glows looming over Helios, heating bulb bright shine, buzz the incessant hive mind, rushing energized life, rusty excessive pipelines as a billion blinding iron giant eyes fight for space with the lights of space defying night. Walk amidst colossal grids, monstrous monuments, modern monoliths that model metropolis, a sardonic sardine populace prospering, corresponding with all of the continents. In Gotham, you're commonly brushing shoulders with models, artists, and novelists. The gamut of the color tints, impoverished to the opulent, prodded and jogging quick, pulse throbbing with the infectious energy of a collective that never sleeps. A city where pressure peaks, a city of thousands of storefronts, cast flickering halogen auras. I'm the cast of a billion prowling tourists, buskers busily out on the corners, jazz billowing out of the doors from cafe concerts, laughter conjured by stand-up comics. Aunties trying lockstep with the cautious clap of models' feet. Wandering of normalcy, the hustle and bustle buzz like a swarm of bees. Skin littered with tattoos, fat caps, tag bricks, scribbled in graph runes, spaz scripts, stickers, bands, glue in bathrooms, rat zoom, zigzag to mock flat cap, cabbies on mad routes. Drive as a crapshoot, lives like bad news, eyes like a raccoon. Each day brand new, crash to the concrete, cultural collage, cacophony, crimson lights, alter green, canary taxis honking peep. Maybe that's a beep, beep, nope, that's a peep. Wandered from a common dream, born of curiosity, a songbirds beak. Alarmingly reports a boring world seen in store for me. Well, I assuredly will fall asleep. Oh, don't we long for the days that are longer, nights that will romp forth through culture and commerce. Oh, don't we long for the nights that are longer, days that will wander through marvels so modern.
Sorry, I had to tag along with you.
No,
Because I've been-
please. I'm really glad. Oh God, this is not what I was intending to happen. That's a song with Cubby. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I've been.
I never performed that song. So.
Yeah. Oh,
This is
it's
like-
exclusive.
Yeah.
Damn son, this is wavy. Yes, it is. The imagery.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was an exercise in like word painting for me, basically.
Exercising. Oh yeah. Hey, can you
So-
give us like an example? All right, I'm gonna. I haven't even told him this, but maybe you can like workshop me in person.
Okay.
And maybe y'all can join us too
Mm.
if you're interested. But something I told Bruce and my friend Covey is that like I struggle a lot with lyrics, and sometimes I end up like committing to the ones that were just honest, even if sometimes I feel like it's like my 13-year-old self writing out of my diary.
Mm.
But I know that in the moment that when I wrote it, like I cried while writing it, so I'm like, all right, let me stop judging myself. But still, despite that, you
Mhm.
know, the thing that I love about what, you know, Bruce's lyrics, how do I analyze this? So the way that a musician appreciates like arrangement and like composition and like harmony in music is the way that I hear his lyrics in terms of like how the sentences are just structured, but also just how like the vowel sounds like paint and like lock in and like in unexpected ways. It's not like A B A B. Like sometimes it's like A A like it's
You mean like like
I
the cadence is like kind of punch at unexpected times. or-
yes.
Yeah, like I don't know. I enjoy that. Like for me, that's because like I have the words often, so like a second layer of it once you're putting it to music or making it musical, and like taking it off the page. Although there's certainly meter that you can experiment with on the page. Like there's a musicality to it, you know. Like I like to try to figure out ways that I can like use the rhythms of words and arrangements of them to make these separate like patterns and stuff that have their own sonorous musicality to them.
Yeah, and you can hear it like it's almost like it's like a composition, the way like where you put your vowel sounds in the phrases, like the way that somebody might like put a chord like on the upbeat or like you know bring the motif back later on or like it's there. What's it called? Would you mind just kind of playing a beat like very lightly under us while we
Sure.
do this?
Yeah, yeah.
And we can put the volume just way down just so that it's not just the sound of my digestion.
There's an instrumental on that. Play that really well.
Cool. I'm going to make it a
Yeah,
little
make
bit
it
lower
lower,
on my
sure, yeah.
chat. Why? Huh? What channel is this? Can we get it lower than that? Yeah, just so we have something in the back. Okay, so let's see. Use metaphors a lot. Free verse, haiku, imagery, and I love syllables, synonyms, and antonyms. Also thesauruses. Thesaurus are awesome. And dictionaries. Yes, all the books of words. Random sentences online and then type. Oh. Wait.
Yeah, so Brian said he'll find random sentences online and type them into a lyric. Sort of similar to that. That's kind of like found poetry, right? But sort of similar to that. On one of the songs, actually the song that Lorianne sings on the album, some of the lines in the first verse are like actual quotes that I worked into lyrics, like, and found rhymes for and found ways to share them from like a conversation that I had with, or several conversations I had with exes, to like try to understand their perspective about certain things that I was writing about.
Wait, so I read that, like,
Yeah.
on your story, but, like, did you specifically talk to them for this song?
It was like a mix of things, because like the writing of the song was like an intentional thing to try to like articulate something and like grow from something. So like it was also like self-serving in a way too, or not self-serving, but it was, the point like was also just a human interaction, you know. But like I did specifically like reach out knowing that I wanted to be able to represent maybe their collective perspective. So there were people I was cool with, you know. But I was, you know, I reached out, and maybe this is super weird, but I was just, hey, I just wanted to know, you know, about, because songs about like some of the people I dated and like, or a version of them, like in being with someone who's like very overbearing and codependent, and like how that can be difficult. And I didn't want to just like write based on my understanding. I wanted to like hear more and get more details, and also just learn from what they had to say to me about us, you know, at the time or later on, what they grew from it. So there are certain lines in there. There are specific quotes that are verbatim, like what they said to me, that I just like worked into lyrics.
That's bold as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's one thing,
hey.
like, you're already, like, you're friends with your exes, but, like, you know, to just kind of go back and, like,
Like,
be
hey,
really
what was that
self-aware,
like?
be like, hey, you know,
I've
I
been
know I
thinking-
was kind of like this in this relationship, but can you tell me, like, what I did? And I'm just trying to imagine,
It's
like,
hey,
all of our relationships. I mean, like,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, trust me, there are people that I did not reach out to.
Oh.
And there are people that I reached out to that didn't respond to me.
Ooh. Ooh.
So, you know, but there were one or two people that.
It's like the opposite. It's
I
like
had,
the
like,
opposite thing. Like, we
good
usually
combos with.
we talk about what the other person did in a relationship, how they screwed up, but like Bruce over here was just like, hey, what did I do in this relationship? And I don't know. Let's open up the floor though for that. Like, I know something that I finally learned later on that I realized was not good. Like, I'm like an empathetic. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm a very empathetic person, and I feel like I hear that phrase a lot so much. But I feel like it's hard for me not to internalize it when somebody else is trying to vent out to me. But I would take it personally, even though it was their problem, and then I didn't know how to just separate and allow people to have their experience without it having to affect me. And like, I took it out on them, or I became resentful, and I was like, you know, I probably wasn't the best person to be supportive, because like, I got resentful that they wouldn't take my advice, rather than just like, hey, they're just trying to tell me what's going on with them. They don't want me to fix it. They just want to know that I'm not going to leave, despite like how crazy the shit's like going on with them. But what was I gonna say? You were talking about, like, they were talking about pointing out like the imagery that you have. Like, let's say, let me think. So not like, I won't give you a landscape, or I won't give you like an object like to describe, but like, I guess if you use like if you use imagery for like a situation. So let's say, okay, I'll throw you a scenario, and then like, you're at the brink of telling somebody something that you don't want to have to tell them, but you know you have to. Oh no!
Easter egg.
That didn't even cross my mind.
So So like for me, if I'm trying to work with that or think about that, I try to think about where my head's at. Like, what am I worried about? I try to think of every angle of it. Really, like when I write a song, I try to or a poem or whatever. Like, or just thinking about things. I do my best to try to, I don't know, think of every angle. Like, what does that other person potentially think? Like, what do I think? Am I worried? Why am I worried? Like, what are the things I'm worried about? Like, what are the feelings? And then when I'm transmuting that into a song, I might be like, I might sort of like transcribe those feelings that I've journaled about into maybe certain images. Like there's a line in the song Zoned Out, which is like the precursor to Heart Sinking that I performed earlier, where I say like the issue of emotions that go without saying is what happens if you actually go without saying it. Which that's also like an example of another kind of technique I like to use a lot, which is like using the same words but based on certain emphases, you give them a different meaning. Like you give the full sentence like a different meaning, kind of
like, see, if I was gonna put something in that situation, like I want you to kind of like edit what I'm about to like do, right? Okay. We haven't done this on Tuesdays with Lori, y'all. I'm like asking.
Hopefully y'all are cool with it.
Yeah.
Or interested or whatever.
We still got everybody here, so I think we're good.
Oh, cool. Feel free to add to the chat also.
Yeah, please tell us, like, talk to us about, like, lyric writing is not something like that we really discuss a lot. And anyway, so like that scenario, let's say if I was like about trying to think about something that a situation where I had to tell somebody, like all of a sudden my brain's like, I would probably like, I'm too scared to tell you. I don't want you to know. Like you're probably feeling something, and like it's like very literal. It's like that's probably where my head would go. Can I?
Right.
Can we?
Oh sure. Yeah.
Put
What do
it
you
down.
need to do? Oh, turn it down. Yeah.
Yeah, or just like turn it off.
Yeah.
I'm like flying on I'm like winging it right now.
That's
I'm
fine.
feeling like. Like if we were talking about somebody, what's it? We're too afraid to say.
Wow. Oh wow. That's pretty magical.
Let's see. All right, I'm just gonna BS some stuff like. Too afraid to say. I'm too afraid to know what you're feeling, where I'm at. Well, I don't want you to know. Like.
Yeah.
Okay, so my brain immediately goes there. So like, I did this and she said that. You're feeling this. You're looking like that. Whatever. And I'm like, cool. This works out. And then like, I also want to like throw myself into a dungeon.
Be
so
more
like
abstract about it.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
what would you do with that?
This stuff kind of comes up like sort of random for me, like the exact like symbolism or imagery. So like I'll kind of like something like just translate it to something else. Like instead of saying like the specific exact thing of I'm afraid of this, you might say that. You can say the same thing by saying something that's just like an image or a visual, like you could say like that, I tried to I sent an invitation but you didn't RSVP. Yeah, I don't know, like some like you just say like a little thing like that, like
wait.
some,
Yeah,
or
see?
like
I'm already like, oh yeah.
like little things like that where I try to like make it more about a visual, make it more about something you can see, because like I guess the other thing is like everything's always been said before. There's been songs about everything 1,000 times over. So it's like for me the whole thing about the language is like, okay, how can I make it completely unique to what I'm saying? Like, or to how I'm saying it or presenting it, or whether it's the words I choose to use or like the specific perspective that I have or the way I've thought about it. A lot of times, like a technique that I use a lot is like taking a popular idiom, you know, like the baby with the bath, like throw out the baby with the bath water or something like that, like, and fuse that with another idiom to kind of articulate a point. So now I'm like blanking on an idea like that, but
I'm like, throw it.
yeah,
Yeah, no, but like, sent out a letter, and I don't know, like sent out a letter, maybe wait, like, yeah, but right there, boom, it's just like trying to open up the conversation, and then you use the imagery of just like sending a letter and you didn't respond, and the one of the lines I like of yours, I remember from the song that we all wrote together, like the My Heads and IMAX blooper reel of Bruce fails.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
it's not just like
I'm just like,
right,
I'm
instead of
always
just being like
insecure
right,
and
right.
thinking
Instead
about
of just
my
saying
failures.
I'm sad all the time, like I
Yeah.
hate myself today. I look
Yeah.
at my reflection and I'm like, oh no way. Like you're just like,
Yeah.
yeah, my Head's an IMAX blooper reel of Bruce fails. Like first
'cause
of all,
it's not only like
you have all the
yeah.
B's in there.
yeah.
IMAX blooper reel of Bruce failed, like like you have that,
Yeah.
and then
So there's that, right? Like, but also the use of something like the use of specifically saying IMAX, like an IMAX theater, is like it's the biggest, loudest, most like big presentation of something. So like,
yeah,
you know, what I'm seeing in my brain is this like
hyper
four-dimensional, super loud, basically America's Funniest Home Videos of all my worst moments, you know, like of all my fails, you know. And then similarly, like I can't ever be, like the next line, it's like instead of me saying like, oh, I can never find happiness or whatever, I say happily ever after is my alabaster elusive whale, which alabaster being white, so white whale being like Moby Dick, Ahab could never catch the whale that he's obsessed with. So
see,
like, yeah, happily ever after is my alabaster elusive whale. Like I can never seem to catch or find this happiness that I'm obsessed with. So like that was just like a different way allegorically kind of to say something. Like I could say white whale, I could say my Moby Dick, but that doesn't fit.
Oh my
and
gosh.
it fits in the and then a different technique
See, it's
in
because I didn't know that book.
a
but
different technique
for
in the
every
next
reason.
line is
I hate you. in a
is
good
to
way.
like reconstruct words, right? So alabaster elusive whale, and then I say all's a bastard, but few can tell. So like alabaster, all one being me, alabaster, all's a bastard, but few can tell. You know, like little things like that, where it's like trying to layer all the techniques to make it come out smoothly and show a whole bunch
Yeah.
of different layers of stuff. Is
There's like
kind of how I try to think about it.
allusion. That's the word, right?
Yeah, illusion.
So
yeah,
like
is like a referential
first you
thing.
you make like a reference to a classic story,
yeah.
and then not just like rhyming a typical word. Alabaster,
Yeah.
all's a bastard. So like erd.
Yeah,
And
alabaster, all's a bastard. So it's like
Yeah.
all of the pieces are there in the word. It's just stretched out a little bit.
It was really cool. I might have mentioned this at the last stream before, but it was late. It was 11 p.m. and I texted him and Covey and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna pick you guys up. Like, let's just go drive." And we drove and we like put beats in the car for I don't know, like
It was
what,
like 4
it-
hours.
4 hours
For
just
sure.
driving back and forth, just freestyling back and forth. But they were so kind about like helping me through.
It was so fun.
But it was just, I mean, either way. I mean, if there's something, the mind of all one, exactly. Being all one, being John Malkovich, being Bruce Pandolfo.
I still need to see that movie. Side
I
note.
haven't seen it either. But yeah, no, it's amazing to me. And like I said, this is the kind of album that you can listen to over and over and over and over and still find something new. Like that, what he just referred to with Moby Dick, and like I've heard that verse so many times, but that's something I never understood or picked up. But it's cool to know.
Yeah.
Because I mean my biggest insecurity is that like I haven't read a lot in my life, and I think it's
Mm.
just because like I get lost right away and very frustrated with myself, but it's something that we're gonna work on. But yeah, this album is full of it. Just not even musically, and not even like if you wanna like listen to the album through one pass and just study it based on like rhymes, you could do that. If you want to study it based on like imagery, you can do that for like your second listen. And then if you want to listen to like a third or fourth time for like storyline, or just like I know like he was talking about how much he put thought into like the sequence of it, so then you can like listen to it for the fifth or seventh time and like figure out where the thread is. So Motionless is definitely an album to fully consume.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
try to write. I like music where every time I come back to it, I like figure something else out, you know, especially in like with the rap music that I will listen to. So that's just kind of what I've ended up making and how I've ended up enjoying how to make stuff, you know, like I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, like if you're a word nerd person, or you just,
Word
if
nerd.
you're like a rap nerd person or whatever, like the musicality of things, like I try to reward repeat listens, 'cause my favorite albums, like literally I can listen 10 years later and memorize every lyric and then realize something about it, you know, like, oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that really subtle connection between those things, or whatever it is, you know, like, so, or understand it. So I've tried to do that. Hopefully I've succeeded. And I think I'm really proud of it, so I think you might like it.
Nerdcore is forever one line.
Yeah.
Yeah, nerdcore, word nerd, rap nerd, word. See,
Yeah.
that's what yeah. You know what, Bruce? Can you close us off with one? I don't.
Yeah.
I like you could do a different one. Like
No,
which one?
You want me to do constant reminders?
Yes.
Okay.
That's yes.
I can do that.
Okay.
Do you want to say anything you have to say about it?
Well, first off, if you're gonna be on Long Island,
Oh, yeah.
come out to Industry Makers. Can we stream this tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
All right. With some permission, y'all, I think I'm gonna be able to stream part of the performance tomorrow. So be on the lookout tomorrow night. The whole night it's an open mic, but he'll be the feature of the night. So there'll be a couple of sets. So check it out on my Twitch. Between like 8:30 and 10ish. I'll be going on live during his sets on my Twitch, so that you can go see him like in the flesh. Kind of. But this one's a really beautiful one. And this one's about your grandma.
Yeah.
And I mean the other thing that I really admire about like Bruce, or just like finding out about him, is like how close you are to your grandparents. And I think it's just it's a very sweet and endearing thing of knowing about you, 'cause you know, like the relationships you have to your elders, I think is something that not a lot of people have like the luxury of having, or like some people like don't even have a relationship really with their grandparents. And I feel like you, for a lot of your grandparents, like you talk about like his mustache. Like, let's look at this thing. Like, there's a lyric, I don't know if you caught it earlier in the set, but he says he wears his mustache to keep your, what the lyric? Keep your poppy nearer.
I wear a mustache so my poppy feels nearer.
Yeah.
Because he passed away about 10 years ago now. But he always wore a mustache, and then that's kind of why I started wearing one.
And he was a bodybuilder?
Yeah, he's like a huge legend in the golden age of bodybuilding.
So, right there. And I was just like, I mean, I'd known Bruce for a long time, and I'd known that mustache for a long time. But then when I heard that lyric, it meant so much more. And like it also made me realize, you know, like you see people with these like whatever it is that they're wearing, that something might be iconic, or they wear their hair a certain way, or they dress a certain way. You don't know like how deep or how intentional all this stuff is. So I know that you're heavily influenced by your grandpa and also your grandma.
Oh yeah.
So let's hear this one. We're gonna
Okay.
close off with Constant Reminders by All One.
Thanks for having me.
Of
and
course.
thanks everyone for watching and tuning in. Yeah, this is for my Nana, Wanda Hero, on my dad's side. And she was really crafty and very creative and talented and loving. And yeah, she had dementia toward the end of her life, and it kind of took her away from us. And then she, passed. So some of the lyrics in this song are actually things that I said during her eulogy, which I didn't know I was going to do. And then, I just kind of wrote some of the things down because I always write things down when I'm trying to figure them out in my life. And yeah, some of the words ended up in the song, actually. And on the album, you can actually hear some voicemails that she sent my cousins. She was a very chatty, loving person. But yeah, I tried to commemorate her in this song.
Nana let me feel lamb's ears, leaves in the garden. I played her piano like a drum kit, thoughtless. Rearranged cushions and blankets to make forts with a birthday cake mountain with spearmint forests. Teddy Graham kids rode zebra gum toboggans, Tom Kincaid puzzles, and countless collages. T-shirts, stockings, and handmade garlands. She put my bath towels in the dryer to warm them. Relating our relationship, still it's fading and I'm hating it. If this is fate, then I'll fake that I'm okay with it. Feigning, praying, taking hints from Savior's gifts, allaying the ache as I'm laying awake, saying she is in a greater place than this. I can't comprehend the unwavering faith she did. See, Nana was the closest thing to saintliness that may exist, candidate for angel wings. Instead, she got amnesiac raised to grip her, waxing, waning, drifting, fall from gracefulness. Her data list that fades to bits in a gray abyss, and we are strained and wincing pain witnesses like data lists, when all you can seem to type is a backspace, and all you can seem to write is a blank page. When your locket suddenly contains a stock portrait and strangers came to visit claiming they are your kids, Dad says accept the light, you'll catch a sign. Receptive senses will get the message fine. Michelle is your daughter, your son's doing song. Yes, you have grandkids, your husband is gone. Brutal truths, cognizant, screws go loose, cogs with it. Who is who? Cognition, soon remove, clog switches, nothing is a mnemonic. Everything you knew lost it, language lost its nuances, all is labeled new on it. Best friend so-and-so, recall, dial tone, hold the phone, lights are on, Rowan's home, mind is gone, broken code, dialogue, non sequitur, dying thoughts, nonsensical mind is cards, heirlooms, all luminous soon to dim. Something in the air looms, didn't dare to visit there, too scared of her blank stare through a bare room, whittling away, withered at her weight, wishing is a waste, riddles me with shame, didn't even stay with her in a way. When dementia set in and decayed, what's within her brain, wrinkled in the face, arthritic and brittle and dwindling and dazed. Dwindling and dazed, a mother who's warm, who muscled through wars. What to do for someone whose poor mind's shutting truth's doors? Can't jog memory, it's run its due course. Cast aside, highlight reel, cutting room floor. When you forgot me instead of coming through more, I forgot you instead of loving you more. And when you forgot you, I should have been there for you, but you weren't there in you. It was unbearable. A cataract to hindsight. 2020 has been 86th. Nostalgia turned a blind eye, writing memoirs with eraser tips. A cataract to hindsight. 2020 has been 86th. Nostalgia turned a blind eye, writing memoirs with eraser tips. When all you can seem to type is a backspace, and all you can seem to write is a blank page. When your locket suddenly contains a stock portrait and strangers came to visit claiming they are your kids, Dad says accept the light, you'll catch a sign. Receptive senses will get the message fine. Michelle is your daughter, your sons Joe and Sean. Yes, you have grandkids, your husband is gone. Constant reminders. Constant reminders. Everything you did it with love. Now everything sticks on the tip of your tongue. Family trees, chip or trunk, now a stick in the mud, imprisoned and stuck in this shriveling husk. Constant reminders. 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 We'll savor with our memory, and we will savor our memory
as we save her in our memories. Thank you. Thanks very much.
One more time for all one. Please let's show some love in the chat, y'all.
Come and join me on all my socials and stuff.
Yeah.
At All One Voice for all.
Go find them at All One
everything.
Voice on Bandcamp, right? Instagram.
Yeah, Bandcamp, Instagram,
Facebook.
TikTok, Facebook.
Everywhere. Yeah. Seriously. No, I'm excited. Tomorrow we're going to get to perform together and I will get those lyrics right.
Yay! Me too.
Sorry.
No, not at all.
Oh, yes, let's raid.
Mm.
Oh, thank you, Maria. She said,
Thank
may
you.
their soul live forever and rest
Thanks,
in
Maria. Thank you so much.
tranquility. That song goes to my soul. Y'all are so great. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you for
thanks,
joining
Steph.
us.
Thank you,
Steph.
Brian.
We appreciate you.
Thank you, Ziggy.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Ziggy. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Stephanie. Everybody else who also is lurking, work and lurk. So we're here for you too. Thank you so much for joining in. Fred and Joe. Joe, thank you for signing on behalf of Fred. Fred, I hope you're feeling better from your
Yes.
LAC fam. We hope that you're feeling much
Swift
better.
recovery.
Swift recovery. But thank you all so much. Again, like I said, I know Tuesdays with Lori has been like inconsistent, but it's always great to see all the familiar people here. We're all working hard. Bruce is working hard to put some stuff out. I'm working hard to develop more stuff and like plan some recording sessions and book shows and come to a place near you. So like I haven't forgotten, and y'all are very much appreciated, and
Seriously.
you've seen the whole process, and thank you for listening to us with the music and for just even getting to discuss, you know, like how this all works.
It's a lot of
But
fun.
you know what? Let's see. Let's go
Ziggy.
raid. Ziggy, Ziggy, Ziggy. Can't you see?
Oh yeah, who was that?
Colleen Dauncey. Oh, where did it go?
Colleen Dauncey. We're gonna raid you.
Colleen Dauncey.
Wait, where did it go?
There it go. Colleen Dauncey. Where did it go? Colleen Dauncey. Oh no, Colleen Dauncey. Make music, gonna
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah. Go. Go.
Oh, he's got a loop.
Yeah. Go. Go. Come on. Yeah. Come on.
Oi.
Go. Come on. Yeah. Go. Now your laughs in the track as well. Go. Now your
Thank
laughs
you
in
for
the track
coming
as
to
well.
Tuesdays with
Go.
Lori. Thank you for coming. I hope it wasn't boring. I know it wasn't because we got some stories. Stories with Lori. No, it's not boring. Constant reminders. Constant reminders. Y'all better find her. I'm trying to find her. Colleen Dauncey Music. Colleen Dauncey Music. We better do this. Colleen. Hey, nako. Nako day. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Y'all,
Yeah.
for everybody on Twitch, we're about to raid right now. And for everybody on Facebook, thank you for joining us. We will be back next Tuesday. It's always a joy to see you, too. Thank you so much
Ziggy.
for your
Really
support.
Appreciate that.
We love you.
It's my pleasure.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Raid now. Thank you, Facebook. And we'll see you soon. Bye.